Good afternoon, Namaskar. I'm Chef Arun. Let me introduce what we are going to make today, and we have our two chefs here. Let him introduce himself, and he is Chef Nagaraj. He will also introduce himself.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Chef Nagarajan for the bakery and pastry chef, and welcome to IHM Kitchen. And over to you, chef.
Namaskar, I'm Sachin and welcome to the culinary world of IHM Hyderabad. Now over to you, Chef.
Okay, today actually we are showing you a glimpse of what we are doing in the day-to-day practicals about the kitchen. Okay, here you can see it is a very big kitchen. We can accommodate many students here at a time. So how the practical goes on, just want to show you how the practical goes on. So I demonstrate you whatever has to be done for the practical. So these are the things which we are doing it today. We are touching Italian cuisine. So Italian cuisine is a very vast cuisine and it's very world popular cuisine. It is among the top 5 cuisines of the world. So on that Italian cuisine, we are making today. We are knowing how to make a pasta and how to make a fresh pasta at your home. So you can make a fresh pasta. It is not so difficult. You can make it at your home. Very easy to make. And I will show you 2 to 3 varieties of pasta today. So here are the ingredients of the pasta. Like we have kept all the ingredients. Let me come up one by one to this. So first we'll start off of making a dough. How you make a dough for a pasta and how you make a homemade pasta. So the pasta which we are making is ravioli. Ravioli is a kind of stuffed pasta, pasta which is stuffed, and with a there is a mixture which we are going to make here, and so we will also be making one more type of pasta that is called fettuccine, and we also will show you the different pastas which you get in market. Okay, so please come here. So here is the pasta table which we are making fresh pastas here, and so So here is the machine by which you can make a pasta. So you can make different shapes and sizes of pasta in this machine. But today you won't get it at your home. You have to buy it from online or you buy it from grocery store. So here I'm going to make you an easy way of making a pasta at your home. So you need to have some yeah, the raw material which are used for the pastas are fresh, this refined flour which we call maida, and these are eggs, few eggs which we require for that. And so I have told you that there are some pastas which you can readily available in the market, in the supermarkets. So these are the kind of pasta varieties which you will get it in the market. See,
Yes, there are two varieties of the pasta. One is the dry pasta and the another one is the fresh pasta, which will Chef Arun will show you how
yeah.
to make the fresh pasta at your home.
Okay. So this is the pasta which is called as spaghetti. Spaghetti. And here we have some penne pasta. It is a tubular kind of pastas. We have called macaroni. This is elbow shaped pasta. So these are the pastas which you get in the market. Okay. So for the fresh pasta, homemade pasta, what you need to use is a flour. You need to have around uh, 300 grams of flour I am taking here. 300 grams of flour I am taking here. Uh, okay. So for that you need, for 100 grams you need 1 egg, and for 300 grams you need 3 eggs. Okay, that is the ratio. For making a pasta dough, 1 egg to 100 grams of flour. So here we are taking 1 egg for this, as we have taken 300 grams of flour. So we will use 3 eggs for that. Okay. So 3 eggs for this. Okay. I'll take a little more flour here. Okay. So 3 eggs we have taken. I'll just mix it all together here slowly so that the egg does not run away. So first you have to make a well kind of thing, then you have to slowly rub the flour with this with your hands. Okay. So normally pastas are made with flour. That flour is called durum wheat flour. in Italy. That flour contains high degree of protein and gluten. Gluten means the protein content of flour is called gluten. So the thing which you see, when you stretch a dough, you can see that strings. No, that is called protein. So that protein content is called gluten, right? So here is the pasta dough. Slowly we'll mix it all together. If you want to add, you should add little bit of olive oil here. Little bit of olive oil, like 3 to 4 ml of olive oil. Okay, so we mix this all together. You can sprinkle little water to it. It is not required. It is optional. So we'll mix this all together. So I will repeat again. What I have added is flour and egg. The ratio is 1:1. 1 egg is to 100 grams of flour. So you need to make little hard dough. The dough should be little harder, should not be soft for the pasta. Okay, I'll take a little bit of water. So this is the dough. Okay, the dough which you have to knead it, and do not worry about how much you have to knead. Just bind it all together here and keep it for resting for around 10-15 minutes. Okay, now the dough is ready. Later on we'll come back and we'll make pastas out of it. Okay, so we'll leave it here and we'll go back to the table. So now we'll make the things ready for sauce. What you need to do is you have to the sauce which we are making is arrabbiata sauce. Arrabbiata sauce means tomato sauce with little bit of spice in it, that is chili flakes or fresh chilies you can use. So for the sauce, what you have to do is you have to cut the tomatoes. You have to blanch the tomatoes. Blanching means you have to boil it for some time so that it will. You can remove the skin out. Okay, like this. See, I've taken out the eye of that. So this is called eye. This is called eye. I've done a crisscross marking here so that we can remove the skin easily. Okay. So I have done it like this. Okay.
And these vegetables are washed and sanitized before we are using.
Okay. Okay. So we have got around 300 grams to 400 grams of tomatoes here. So what we'll do is we'll blanch the tomatoes. Blanching is putting it in the hot water. So we have got hot water here. So we'll put it one by one to this, and we'll count up to 30 seconds, and we'll take it out. So let it be there for 30 seconds. And this is done because we can remove the skin out of it. And this is a traditional way of making this tomato sauces in Italy. In Italy, what we also get is like when there is very abundance in growth of tomatoes, during the season, they grow more and more of tomatoes. What they do is they preserve the tomatoes like this, and they blanch it and they put it in a tomato puree. Puree means paste of tomato. They blend the tomato, then they put it in a bottles or jars, and they preserve it with some preservatives, and they use it for the rest of the year. Okay. So they pluck the tomatoes during the season. When there is abundance, they preserve the tomatoes for future use. Now we have some cold water here.
And when it comes to the pastas, when we talk about the pasta which comes from the Italy, pasta is also having a very beautiful history behind it. Pasta comes from this. Earlier, it has to be there from the China because when during the 13th century, Marco Polo visited to China, and now there everybody knows the pasta belongs from Italy. And eating pasta in China is nothing but that is their culture.
Okay, so you can see that the skins are coming out very easily. We have put it in the cold water. Okay, see, very easily the skin will come out. So as our director sir has told you that you should have to make it at your home. Please try this at your home, and please send us your videos of this pasta making and everything. I'll be eagerly waiting for that.
And post this session, we will be sharing the recipe step by step with you all also.
Yeah.
And believe me, the kitchen is the one of the best place in this world to work, where you are going to make the loads of the food, you are serving the peoples. It's amazing. It's the amazing thing about the professional kitchen.
Yeah. One more thing that you want to be very much, you are good in communication skills. You have to express your views, your ideas. You have to think regularly. You have to use your imagination. So everything comes together in the kitchen. Imaginations, thinking smart, thinking forward. Okay, so what I do is I have taken out this. Tomato skin. What I now do is I will just press it like this, and all the seeds will come out. All the seeds will come out. So all the seeds will come out, and see the seeds are coming out. So we have to press it little, and seeds are coming out. So we'll chop it later. Okay. So I'm taking out the seeds, and here chef is chopping it. So you have to also work as a team in the kitchen. See, I am peeling the tomatoes, and I am removing the seeds, and chef is chopping it up to make things very fast. Okay, so we cannot waste your precious time.
So kitchen is all about teamwork.
Teamwork. If you work in team, you can gain many things. And you have to forget all your egos in the kitchen. So what I do is like you have taken out the seeds here, and now what I do is I will again strain it. I will strain it, and I will use the juice of the tomato. This juice I will use it. Okay. Now I am using this juice. We can use it, right? So what chef is doing? Meanwhile, chef is chopping the tomatoes. What I will do is I will blanch the spinach. This is the blanching of spinach. Okay. So I have got spinach here. Spinach here. We have got hot water. So I have already added little bit of baking soda to it, so that when you blanch spinach, you should add little bit of baking soda so that color comes out good. Okay. So I blanched. So now you can see that tomatoes are chopped finely. The next thing is keep it here. So the juice I will put in this. All the juice I will put in this. We also need some tomato puree. This is called tomato puree. It's a blanched tomato. It is blended. We have taken a little bit of that also. Okay. So now we are chef spinach. The funny. So the spinach is.
Now you can see the beautiful color of the spinach here.
Now what chef will do is like he will blend already blanched. Will keep it in cold hot water. Sorry, cold water. So if you this is called cold water shock. By this you will get the color out of it. Okay, nice green color, deep green color. Now, now what I will do is I will make things ready for the stuffing of the ravioli. So what chef is also doing is like he has to. So here he is removing all the water content of the spinach. You have to make the spinach dry, totally dry. To that spinach, what I will do is I will use half of onion. I'll chop the onion. Okay. So this is a very fine chop onions, which we add to that mixture. This is I'm doing it for what? For the stuffing of the ravioli, right? Okay. So this is done. Chop onion is done. We have chopped garlic here. No need to chop it again. So we have chopped garlic also here. Okay. So we need Parmesan cheese also for this. Chop onion, Parmesan cheese. We have chopped garlic here. We have chopped garlic here. We have spinach here. Now the next thing which we want to use is what I'll do is I'll chop the spinach also very finely. Very finely. Okay. Very finely. Okay. So this spinach I have to chop it very finely. Okay. So all the water is removed from the spinach. So it is very dry. That is the only thing which you require. Okay. 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 That is fine. So what I do is I will keep this here in a bowl. Right. In a bowl. This is for the ravioli mixture. So now what chef is doing is like what we have to do. We have to take a pan. And we just pour some oil here. Little bit of oil. You have to saute these onions. Saute is like in a hot pan. You just toss the onions and remove the raw flavor of it. You need to also add some garlic here. Chopped garlic. So this is a chopped garlic which you have already done. So I have added a little bit of chopped garlic. And we also have a herb called thyme. So we need to add some thyme into it. So we have some dry thyme here. We'll put all this here. Right. So So there are many types of ravioli which you can make. You can make veg ravioli, you can make chicken ravioli, duck ravioli.
Chef, we cannot hear you.
See, stuffing of the pasta is also for your choice. So any kind of stuffing can go inside whenever you are going to take the stuffed pasta. Earlier also I told that there are two types of the pastas are there: dry pasta, fresh pasta, and this is the another category of ravioli, that is the stuffed pasta. And there is one more pasta which you can find out, that's the flavored pasta, so that you can give any kind of flavor according to your taste bud also.
Okay, now it is done. You should not have to cook it more.
Yes.
So now what I'll do is I'll add it to this. All. So I'll put
Now
all
you
the.
can see the doneness of the onions. We did not brown it. We just reach it to the translucent doneness so that the raw flavor of the onion goes off.
So you can, if you don't have thyme, you can use any other herbs also, or you cannot use also, no problem. If you don't have, you don't use. Okay. Now to this, what I do is we have also some cottage cheese. Cottage cheese means paneer. So we are using around 150 grams of paneer here. We'll grate it. We'll grate it and we'll mix in this, right? Spinach and cottage cheese ravioli. Okay. So to this, what I'll do is I'll add a little bit of salt here, not too much. Okay, and I'll add some peppercorn, crushed pepper, not too much. Okay, and now I will add some cheese. This is called Parmesan cheese, one of the famous cheese of Italy. Is a Parmesan cheese. So this is the cheese, very hard cheese. So we have also different varieties of cheese. We have soft cheese, hard cheese, semi-soft cheese. There are different countries making different varieties of cheese. So this cheese is Parmesan cheese, which is coming from Italy. Okay, there is a region called Parma. From there it comes. Okay.
That's why it's known as
Parmesan cheese. Okay, so now we are adding Parmesan cheese here, and to this you can add little bit of thick cream to it. So we have Amul cream. To bind it all together, we can use a little bit of cream. Okay, around 20 ml of cream. So now we'll mix this all together. Now it becomes a stuffing of a ravioli.
And if you want, earlier also we told that there is no limitation for making any kind of stuffing. If you remove the cottage cheese and you will add the chicken here, it will become chicken and spinach mixture for the stuffing.
So everyone is getting understanding what I am telling. So everyone understands what I am telling till now? What I have showed till now? Okay. Okay, I can understand you are all muted. So I'm sorry, we'll talk later.
Definitely, we are going to have an interaction session with you all. There will be resolve your all the doubts and the queries with due respect of this particular recipe which Chef Arun is making today.
So this is called the ravioli mixture, spinach and cottage cheese mixture. Okay. Okay. So now what we do is the dough is ready now. The dough is ready. What we'll make first is, what you do, you can make at your home. You have a rolling pin at your home. If you,
Everybody is having.
might be everyone is having rolling pin. So you take this. Okay. Now you roll it. It should not be very soft. At your home, if you want to make at your home, make it little softer. But when you're using a machine, don't make it soft. Okay. Now, so it takes a lot of effort to make because it's a hard dough. So with this, we will make a fettuccine pasta. Or kind of ravioli also you can make. So we'll start off making ravioli here. So make a very thin sheet. Okay, it should you should see through. It should be that thin. Okay, you should see through. So we have a big rolling pin here.
And you need to just dust, sprinkle little flour, not too much.
Yeah, not too much of flour.
Can you share the recipe again, Chef?
Recipe for this dough. It's a very easy, very simple recipe. You can go for this refined flour, 100 grams of refined flour followed by 1 egg. That is the ratio. If you are using the 300 grams of flour, that means you need to take a blind call for 3 eggs. 100 grams of refined flour plus 1 number of eggs.
Okay. So you can see that I have made it very thin sheet. Okay. Very thin sheet. Okay. So what I do is I'll cut it into desired shape. Right? So I'll cut it like this. The same shape here. Here. Okay. Just leave it like this. Okay. Now what I do is I'll cut it into square shapes. Okay. Take it like this. Square. Right? Okay. So I have cut it into square shape. Right? Now you can see it is a square. Now what I do is I will apply some. I'll apply some water here to all of it. Little bit of water, not too much. Very little on the sides.
So that's the seed.
So what I do is I'll do this stepping here. Okay. So you join the two corners here from here to here. Okay. You join it. You make a triangle kind of thing. Right? Make a triangle kind of thing. If you have to size it properly, you can size it here. Okay. Now you punch it here. Here. Then you join this end together. So it's a kind of ravioli.
And there are the many shapes for the ravioli you can make it.
Okay. See to that it is sealed properly so that it does not escape. The stuffing does not come out when you're boiling it. Okay. Now Again like this. Just press it very hard here, like this. Okay. Now, one more here. Apply some water. Okay. Now again, press it in on the sides here. It from the side. Now you join it here. See, we'll make one more or two more. Make a triangle first, then press it from the sides here, then join it here. Okay. So these are ravioli. We'll keep it here all together. So another pasta which we are making is another shape. I will do it in machine. You can also make it at your home. There's a pasta machine here. See, there's a pasta machine here. So there is a see. You can align the machine here. So there is a point here which you can measure the thickness of it. So here, see, you go all inside here. So I'll tell you how to make a fettuccine. So there is here you can see there in this you can this is attachment here. So in that attachment you can just put it like this. So see, you can see now. Okay. So this is a kind of fettuccine. It's called fettuccine. Right? This pasta is called fettuccine pasta. All right. So we'll move up. We'll go to. Okay. So this is done now. So we have made two varieties of pasta. One is fettuccine. One is ravioli. So what I do is I will keep this both together here, here. Okay, so these two are the pasta, fresh pastas are done. So now we'll start off with making. What I do is I'll grill the chicken first. No, not grill the chicken. Marinate. I'll marinate the chicken. So for this we have some pepper powder here. So I'll add some pepper powder. So when you're grilling the chicken, do not add oil first. It should be added in the last. Okay, now you add some salt. Add some salt here, and Now, if you have this herb called thyme, you can have this thyme. While the dry thyme, you can add this. Okay. A little bit of olive oil to it. Just marinate it first. Then you add the olive oil. Okay. Now you will add olive oil in the end. Just leave it for some time, 10 minutes or so that the salt will go inside and it will cook fast. Meanwhile, what I'll do is, I'll shift this here. Now I'll make a pasta arrabbiata sauce. So for that we need arrabbiata sauce. For that we need tomatoes, which we already blanched earlier and chopped it. Okay, the chopped tomatoes, blanched tomatoes, chopped tomatoes, and some garlic. So for this, we will add olive oil first. The sauce which we are making is arrabbiata sauce. For that, we need to chop some chilies here. Or you can get chili flakes in the market. So these are the chili flakes which you can use, or else you can use the fresh chilies. You'll get it in the market, chili flakes. So for that, what I do is I'll add the garlic first. And chilies also. Okay. Now what I do is let the garlic brown a little bit, not too much. Then we'll add this smoked and blanched tomato. Right. This also tomato puree. Tomato puree will add this to it. Okay. It gives a nice color to it. So let it cook. I'll add now. What I'll do is I'll add some salt to it. Salt here. A little bit of pepper powder. Some amount of pepper powder. So it does not take too much time to cook. We'll cook in next 5 minutes. Okay. And meanwhile, what we do is we'll blanch the pasta. Okay, this water is boiling here. What we'll do is we add little oil to it, and to that you add some salt. Salt should be little extra. Okay, and okay. Now what I do is, I'm sorry. I'll add this one by one. It won't take too much time to cook. About 3 minutes. Okay. So the fresh pastas which you make now, it will cook in very less time. It will cook in 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Where the stuffed pasta, it takes little more time than 3 minutes. And the regular pasta like fettuccine which we have made, it will take around 2 minutes. So when you see that all the things float on top, that means it is cooked. See, If you see that pastas float on top, that means it is cooked. Okay. Now it is not floating. Just it will take one more minute now.
See, whenever there is a golden rule to work in the kitchen, whenever you are making something, you need to stand there. Don't be panic, don't roam here and there. It should not be like that. Okay, never ever leave anything unattended in the kitchen.
So now we can see that the tomato sauce is getting ready. Almost done now. So we have this basil leaf. This basil leaf here. We should not chop the basil leaf with the knife. You should always remember, do not use knife to a basil leaf. You should use your hands just to tear the thing and put it here. Put it in the sauce. So this sauce, one more idea which I can give you is, this sauce you can use it for making pizza. It can be used as a pizza sauce. The simple way is making a pizza sauce is this. If you add oregano to it, it will become a pizza sauce. It's called oregano. This is the pizza sauce how you make. Okay, now almost 3 minutes now. We can see that this is floating on top. So now what I do is I will take it out and I will put it in a bowl here, and I'll add little olive oil to it. That's okay. Just mix them. Okay. Now he'll mix this all together. Now next, what is the next is fettuccine. Fettuccine. Okay. So this thing we put it on top of this, and then we'll drop it down. It won't take much time. We'll take out the sauce here. Rest of the sauce we can use it for.
Now you can see that the sauce is there already. The sauce is ready.
So you can see that fettuccine is cooking at more 1 minute. It does not take too much time. Like 3 minutes maximum, 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. You can take it out. Okay. So I hope you will be understanding all the things, because it's not so difficult. It's very easy to learn, and you can watch it and you can see.
And the cooking time which Chef Arun is talking about the fresh pasta cooking time.
So next thing is, like, we also want to use some vegetables. If you want to use some vegetables to the pasta, so we'll also add some broccoli to it. We have some it's called broccoli. Okay, so we use some broccoli, right? And we have some cherry tomatoes. These are called cherry tomatoes. So we'll also be using some cherry tomatoes. So meanwhile, what I do is, this broccoli, I will directly drop it in the pasta. It does not take much time to cook, because the broccoli takes hardly half minute to cook the boiling water. So we'll take it all together. Now we will start off with making chicken. Yeah. So this is done now. So that is also done. Tailed up. So whenever you boil a pasta or anything, not noodle, pasta, you should do after it, should not put it in cold water. Just put some olive oil here and mix it. So So this pasta is called fettuccine pasta. Fettuccine pasta. So now what is the next thing we are doing is grilling the chicken. We have to keep the pan very hot. So golden rule for the grilling of a chicken or any meat. Pan should be very hot. Pan should be very hot. It should be very hot, like smoking hot. You can see the smoke coming up. Okay. So what you do is you put little oil, not too much, very little, and you drop the chicken. The this side should be put on the pan. Okay. First, the smooth surface, not this side, not the back side, the skin side. Okay. So this, now you press it a little bit so that it evenly gets colored. Just press it a little. Okay. Just press it a little. Right. Now you put the flame in a medium, not too much flame. Okay. So 1 minute. Just one or 1.5 minutes you put it like that, and you can check. You can just turn the chicken and just check it like this, whether it is colored or not. So get a nice golden color. So now you can see that chicken is getting a nice color here. Okay, now turn this thing to the other side. See, now you can see that chicken, the golden color here coming out. It's called Maillard reaction. Maillard reaction. Maillard reaction. So this reaction is called Maillard reaction, which when it gets contact with a hot surface, the color comes out. Okay, this is called Maillard reaction. M-A-I-L-A-R-D. Maillard reaction. So now what I do is I'll put the flame off. Here, put it off. I will put a bit of butter. I'll put a bit of butter to it, on top of it, and little bit of water, not too much, very little, and cover. Now I will cover it and put it here. Let it be like that. Let it be like that.
And we are going to do it on a very slow fire for 3 to 4 minutes.
Okay, now I will start off with making the butter sauce and the tomato sauce. Just cover it with that. Keep it there like this for 1 minute, and then you can put off the flame. Lighter or shut lighter? Okay. Now what I do is I'll make a butter sauce for ravioli. So that we'll add some oil, and to that I will add some garlic. Right? Because we are making a garlic butter sauce. Got a good amount of garlic here. Okay. So now I'll put it off and keep it like that for some time. Here you can see that garlic is cooking, and when the raw flavor goes off, you just add the cherry tomatoes here. It's called cherry tomatoes. Now what you do is, so if you want to add some fancy color to it, what you can do is you can add little bit of bell peppers. Yellow and red, these are called bell peppers or red capsicum, yellow capsicum. You can add to this like this. Okay, now you can toss it all together. Tossing it. You add little salt to it, little bit of salt. Now, water. Now you add water directly. Sorry, glass. Very few pinch of flour you want to add. Very small amount of flour, okay, to get the consistency of a sauce. That's all. Cook it all together. Now you add water to it. Not too much, very little. Little more water. Now you can put it off now. You add quite a lot of butter in this. Put it off. Little bit of cream. Little bit of cream to it. Little. Okay. This sauce is ready now. Now what you do is you add this ravioli to it. You toss this all together. So we also have got so we have got parsley here. What I'll do is I'll add some parsley to it. This is called parsley. This looks like coriander. Okay, now I'll add this to the sauce. Now I'll do the plating. So here it is. I won't add too much of this, just a 3 piece of it, and then with the sauce and some basil leaf on top. Right? So this is done now.
So this is your ravioli stuffed with.
So this is a spinach and cottage cheese ravioli and garlic butter sauce. Right? I hope everyone understood how I made it, and it's very simple process of making it. Now we'll move on to other pastas, fresh pasta. So we have got tomato sauce here. I'll add little more oil to this. Okay. Some amount of garlic, fresh garlic. As it is called arrabbiata sauce, so garlic is very important. Little more chili I'll add. This I'll keep it for the garnish. To this also I will add some cherry tomatoes here. Some cherry tomatoes here. And to this also I'll add water now. And the tomato sauce which we have made earlier, I'll add to this. Okay. around 2 tablespoons, 2 spoons of tomatoes. Now the pasta which we have blanched, we just pour it directly here into this. Some amount of little more of water now. So toss it like this. You must check the salt. Some salt is required, you can add in the end. Now, what you do is, you add to the finishing, you add the olive oil. Don't worry that I am adding too much of olive oil because it is cholesterol free. Anyone can have it, you can drink it also. So, this pasta. Now, towards the end, what I'll do is I'll add the parsley, chopped parsley and the basil leaf. Okay. So this basil leaf, which otherwise you can pluck it like this and then you can add it. Right. Little amount of butter now. Little, very little. To get a nice sauce. Okay. Now this is done. Now you do the plating for it. Okay. So how I do is I will roll this together in a put it in one side of this. Now what we'll do is so now chicken is also ready now. Chicken is also ready now. So I'll put this chili flakes here and there. I'll put just because the chicken. So our chicken is also ready now. I'll take it out slowly. I'll do the plating for that. Okay. So the chicken is very juicy now. See, you can see. You can cut it into very thin slices here. If you want to put much of chicken, you can put it. You can have it with the pasta. Right? Okay. Now, now what is this? We have Parmesan cheese, which I put it in. Okay. Parmesan cheese. And we also have this
Sprig of basil.
basil sprig. We can use little bit of olive oil again, as it is Italian kitchen, so they use lot of olive oil in the dishes. So here it is. So this is ready now. So we have made two types of pasta. We have made ravioli with spinach and cottage cheese. We have made fettuccine, fresh pasta, fettuccine.
For a great hospitality career, call 98310 50,000.